All right, this is it, people. John Wick, Chapter 4. Now, I wasn't even sure I was even going to do this review necessarily. Again, I do things on a whim. I've been doing my other stuff, this and that, but nobody cares. This is the now moment. I may sound like I'm out of breath a little bit, just doing a little bit of working out. And yes, I don't have a full-on shirt. If you got a problem with that, I don't care. Just going with the flow. But this is it, John Wick, Chapter 4. As far as this franchise has gone, I have not seen the previous three in theaters. I saw them after the fact, which is insane on my part, to be perfectly honest with you, considering that movies like this are right up my alley. But yeah, I saw this one in theaters. It was at the Thursday showing about 6:30. And what can I say about this film is that it is an absolute experience of a film. Just when you thought you were getting used to the formula, and I can understand for some people that, yeah, the plot as they go along may seem a little bit thinner, so to speak, but hey, these films, they just keep you engaged. And the action, to a certain point, you may feel numb to it after a while, especially if you were to watch the first three back to back, because by the time you get to the third one, it's just absolute insanity by that point in time. But this one, I gotta say, even considering the 3 hour long runtime, just about, it flows. It absolutely flows. And as I said, when you thought you were getting used to it, it just draws you back in. It, it just rocked the house with this film. As far as the side characters, I have to admit, now full disclosure, Keanu Reeves in this movie, he is full on Keanu Reeves. He is not what bit of character you saw with John Wick in that first film, that is not even there anymore. He is middle-aged Keanu Reeves saying lines exact this is it exactly. Yeah. I need a gun. That is how he talks in this movie, but my god, bless that man, I don't care. The dude has earned the utmost respect for what he does. We all know that he's a good dude. That's pretty much a fact. We know that this guy, it's like him and Paul Rudd are two definitive people we know are just untouchable as far as that goes. We just know that they're good, decent people. But the work he commits to this film, as far as the choreography, watching these scenes play out, a lot of the time, practically they're one shot takes. So just going through a room, just going, just rolling every single minute. And you think about how long it could take, because I've been on sets before, how long it just takes for even the most simplistic of scenes for someone to film, where it'd be different angles, but just how long that takes. And you look at this film and all of the technical side of things, everything that they're doing. I don't know how in the hell they accomplish what they're doing as far as just being as spot on as they are. I cannot give them enough credit for the work that puts into this. You can hate the films all you want to, but as far as the technical side, there's nothing like it. These films are right there with these latter films that like Tom Cruise is doing with Top Gun Maverick, as far as all the practicality with the jet stuff and Mission Impossible, all the stuff he does there. These are some of the greatest action films I've ever seen. It's pure, just adrenaline fueled, just nonstop. Absolutely, you get what you paid for as far as that goes. And yeah, again, Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves in this, but that's fine because even with this film, now I did not expect this. Going into this one, I was not expecting to care for as many of the side characters as I did. Now we have some very solid actors throughout this franchise and some very likable characters. But this one, it has everybody. Everybody works. Everybody stands on their own. Absolutely so. Donnie Yen, holy crap, this guy is he is full on daredevil in this. There's no mistaking that. He's played a blind man several times before at this point, and but he just brings it. Not a single moment wasted with this guy. And what backstory you get with him, even considering that he's a newcomer to all of this, and the history that he has with another character, it just you really get drawn into their motives and because that's where the real true acting is coming from the side characters and past histories with other characters. And I was absolutely surprised about how much I was engaged with all of them. Mr. Nobody, this other guy that's coming with his dog, dude, absolutely charismatic. And that dog himself deserves an Oscar at this point. I mean, this movie, especially with some of the themes, like later on, certain moments here and there, it really is just kind of playing off the idea of, say, man's best friend and just how attached one can be to another living thing, and how you can just have that certain partnership, if you will. There were just some moments later on in this film that just are just so much fun, just so much fun. And yeah, and Bill Skarsgård as the villain, he really does nail it. I mean, we know he's a great actor, especially if you can pull off something like Pennywise the way that he's done before, as well as other bit parts in what was it, Barbarian. I mean, but in this film, probably the best villain out of the series thus far. He absolutely holds his own with this, and he plays the part perfectly, especially as things go on, as, say, maybe his character gets a bit more frustrated that John Wick hasn't quite been dealt with just yet. It just plays so well too. And of course, Ian McShane, always great in this, and as well as uh excuse me, as far as Lance Reddick's character, given real life circumstances, of course, the way he's used in this movie, I would say, again, all things considered, work perfectly for him. Let's just say that much. They definitely have his character leave his stamp on the franchise. I will say that, and it works very well, all things considered. So that it's sad. It's sad, of course, but again, it works. It works for what it is. And but yeah, I just pleasantly surprised how well everything flowed together, from considering, again, the runtime length, all the different characters, so much action, just how fast paced everything is. Just, I didn't think I would actually enjoy it as much as I did, but I really did. It was one of those experiences where it's been a while. It really has been a while where I'm just sitting there, I'm watching a movie, and I'm just smirking. I have a smile on my face, just enjoying it, whether it be just a certain moment. There's a moment where John Wick, of course, doing his thing. I'll just say nunchucks, just amusing as hell. I mean, you just cannot beat it at all. You just can't. And one-liners here and there, and just certain character moments, especially towards the end, they just work. And like, with when certain characters do have their moments with one another, and when their history really starts to unfold and such, it does have a little bit more heart than even I was expecting it to have in certain. And you really do start to care to where when they do start doing these spin-offs, and if Donnie Yen gets a spin-off of some sort, then I'd be all for that. His character just absolutely holds his own, as well as everybody else. There really was not there really was not a bad performance in the bunch. Of course, for some would say Keanu Reeves, but that's just, like, he is just so casual. Keanu Reeves. He is that surfer boy. He is that Ted, but mellow Ted. He's mellow Ted, as I said. Yeah, that instead of whoa, it's yeah. That's his new catchphrase now. But again, it is what it is. He is John Wick. You just can't deny that. But everything surrounding him works. The cinematography, I would say, is the best of the franchise yet. You may actually want to find yourself looking at the background that much more than the characters themselves. That's how good this film looks. The lighting, the set pieces, the last one at the end where things are going down, just beautiful, beautiful movie. Beautiful. I can't get over how good looking this film is. As far as that goes as well, the technical side and just visually, probably the best looking film I've seen in God knows how long. It really is. It's a work of art, because when you're watching the action scenes play out and you're seeing the lighting as it is in these certain locations, it's like you're watching an elaborate stage play of some sort, like a dance, like you're watching Swan Lake or something, or like you're watching a dance, just of everything just so beautifully just stringing together, and you're just seeing all the colors and all this other stuff going on. It kind of gives you that type of feel when you're watching it. It's just a flowing movie that just works. And it may not work for everybody. I understand some people may just feel, again, numb to it all, blah blah blah, may just don't like this whatever. But as far as my experience, I cannot lie and sit there and say that I did not really just get engulfed into what this film was giving me. And as far as where they leave things off, I would say that, I mean, it seems right as far as where they kind of left things, and I've left satisfied. Now whether they come back for how many more sequels potentially, I don't know. I guess we'll see just how things happen there, but that's all I'll say. But yeah, it's just a good time, man. It really is. Just let the world just take, like, suck you into it and just enjoy yourself. Just go on that roller coaster and have fun for what this film gives you. Just so many great characters. So many great characters visually. The action, easily some of the best in ages. You cannot deny that. It's just an experience. Good time all around. Classic cinema, fun, whatever have you. Just go and see it. I recommend it. That'll do it for this review. I am a guy. That's it. Doesn't matter. Review over. See ya.